What is going on, everybody? Been a diehard Pistons fan since 2003 and starting to get very optimistic about this Pistons team. The Detroit Pistons just got a huge win over the first seed Cleveland Cavaliers, winning by a score of 133 to 122. In this video, we are going to go through and highlight three key performances from tonight's game, and then just talk about how the Pistons were able to take care of business despite not having Cade Cunningham or Tobias Harris in the lineup due to injury. So to kick things off, the first player that we do need to talk about is of course Tim Hardaway Jr., who finishes the night with a Pistons career high or a season high of 32 points. He was 10 of 18 from the floor, 7 of 11 from the three-point line, and 5 of 5 from the free throw line. Just an absolutely incredible night for Tim Hardaway, who stepped up in a huge way without two of the top scorers in this lineup, with Cade Cunningham and Tobias Harris out for injury. It was a really good game, and he made that apparent right from the beginning. I forget exactly how many points he had in the first quarter, but he was knocking them in right off a tip-off, and that's pretty much how it was rest of the night for Tim Hardaway. He definitely was scoring in bunches. It was back-to-back threes here, and then a three-pointer and a fast break layup where he got bumped and absorbed contact and laid it in. But overall, was super important, and we needed that scoring in a big way with two of our main guys being out, and he was able to provide it. So big shouts out to Tim Hardaway Jr. for that. So moving on, the next player that we are going to highlight is Dennis Schroder. He finishes the night with 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 10 assists. He was 3 rebounds away from a triple-double, which would have been his first triple-double in his NBA career. He played 39 minutes tonight, which was a lot. Pretty clear that will not be happening with Cade Cunningham in the lineup, but he just looked really good out there, and I think it's safe to say that Dennis is fully acclimated with this team. There was points during the game where they were huddling up during free throws when the Cavs were shooting, as the Cavs were kind of getting back into the game, and you could really see him taking on a vocal leadership role and trying to kind of rally the troops and speak to them in some type of way. So really impressed with how quickly Dennis has been able to be a part of this team. I think Kelser pointed out it seems like he's been here forever at this point, and that's exactly what I was picking up on when I was seeing Dennis out there tonight, being a leader in that type of way. He also hit one of the biggest shots of the game towards the very last couple minutes when Pistons were up by 2 possessions. He knocked down a really nice three-pointer that kind of sealed it. So just a great game for Dennis Schroder, and really could not be more happy with how he has played since we've acquired him at the trade deadline. So moving on, the next guy we are going to highlight, and the last guy we are going to highlight, is going to be Ausar Thompson. He finishes the night with 18 points to go along with 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 4 blocks. He was 8 of 18 from the floor, knocked down 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and it was just another incredible game for Ausar Thompson. He is just something else on the defensive end. It's really hard to compare him to anybody that isn't his brother, because the stuff that he does on the defensive side of the ball is so impressive, and it's the same deal in transition. A lot of the blocks and steals that he got tonight led for transition opportunities for him, and he's equally as impressive in that department as well. There was a play where he caught an alley-oop where he jumped from what felt like 12 feet away from the basket, and his head was dang near at the rim, and that's just the Ausar Thompson experience for you. So really good game for Ausar Thompson. Like JB Bickerstaff said in one of his recent press conferences, this is just who Ausar is when he can play. As long as he stays out of foul trouble and he's getting his minutes like he did tonight, where he played 32, you're going to get a lot of turnovers forced. You're going to get a lot of transition buckets. You're going to get some dunks. You're going to get a lot of different things from Ausar Thompson. So I was happy that he was able to go out there and just be himself tonight. So overall, a really good game. It was hard to pick 3 guys to even highlight because a lot of guys on this team stepped up in a big way, which is of course necessary to be able to go out and beat a Cleveland Cavaliers team that is 59 and 15 while you're missing Cade Cunningham and Tobias Harris, really our 2 biggest rocks that we lean on. There was a point in time where Holland kind of took over for a minute and had a fast break dunk. He knocked down a couple threes himself, which is really nice to see. Stu had a great move where he hit it around the back, behind the back dribble on the, I guess, defensive player of the year favorite, Evan Mobley, and was able to take it to the rack and get an and one. So just a really awesome game. and really impressive because truthfully, I felt like this was a scheduled loss after I knew that Cade was out. And then once Tobias was announced to being out, I figured, all right, that's cool. Let's just try and do the best we can and move on to the next one. But the Pistons still found a way to go out and take care of business. It was kind of a great game from start to finish. There was a very brief period in the fourth quarter where the Cavs were getting back into it, and I thought, well, if they do manage to get this win, it's no big deal. The Cavs are a really good team, but they just continued to fight back and make sure that they didn't have an opportunity to let the Cavs do that. So really, really good game. At that point in time, Donovan Mitchell was cooking us, but it wasn't enough. And, the impressive part, too, is the fact that Donovan Mitchell had a great game himself with 38 points. Their whole entire main core four was healthy, with Garland playing 34 minutes, Mobley playing 33 minutes, Jared Allen played. So overall, really no excuses from the Cavaliers end. I think that there should be some bit of change in the conversation around who should be coach of the year, not only based on the fact tonight JB beat his former team that is in the first seed without his two main guys, but also the fact that the Cavs have been kind of slowing down a little bit here. They've lost, I think, 4 or 5 games this month, which is definitely the most games that they've lost in any month this season. So I think that door might just open up just a little bit here before the end of the season. I know a lot of people in the national media decided that Kenny Atkinson probably should have that award in early December, but there's definitely something going on there, especially after tonight. So hoping maybe, just maybe, a few people reconsider who they vote for there. But overall, a great win. This team just never seems to have stopped surprising me and amazing me. We are now officially the first team in NBA history to ever triple their wins from the previous year. The Pistons, of course, won 14 games last year, and we are officially now at 42. We have clinched a winning season. We have clinched being the first team ever to triple their win total, and I really can't be happier or more proud to be a Pistons fan at this point. Just crazy how far this team has came. I started this channel last summer when the Pistons were coming off of a 14-game win season, and I was very optimistic. I said that in every intro for a long time because I have been optimistic, but they have blown by what I thought the ceiling was on this team. And every time that there has been even a moment where I started to question, maybe things will come back down to earth, they have not whatsoever. This is just who the Pistons are now. This is who they're going to be going forward. And every single time that I even think about maybe not, they just prove me wrong and go out there and do stuff like this. Beat the first seed in the East without Cade and without Tobias, and obviously without Jaden Ivey. So let me know what you guys think, and we'll catch up soon.